a 10-phase ban, yes, it is definitely ban worthy.
I agree with that. You know, like unfortunately, we only get 3 bans a piece.
Agreed.
Two bans on the first phase, 1 ban on the second phase. So the hottest priority will still always be the expert as well as Benedetta in the entirety of the matchup. Now, contest for the Roger might just be a thing coming into this game, but then again, Binasic
I don't think so
has been able to punish though.
Agreed.
From that last game, so they can say, try as you may, you can have the Roger game, but you can't be better than 30 gaming in Roger.
I guess, right? Arguable. It is arguable.
KDA definitely proves a certain
arguable.
Your team is
I can say yes, but I can say no as well. It's 50-50s for me because both players, you know, play really, really well. But on the contrary as well, I feel like currently letting the Akai slide means Tercemar has the option to pick it for Anabai in this sense. So
they don't have to first pick it though.
Yeah, obviously they don't need to first pick it, but currently Hayabusa should be the top priority. In my opinion, it should be the top priority. But also the Harley on top of that. So Tercemar,
Harley
they
first.
have to give away one.
Just go ahead and steal the Harley, or else if you give Binasic the Harley again, it's going to be really tough unless they do have different kind of answers to that Harley. So this is where it is a lot harder. And
okay.
They have definitely made that point. We say Harley's for us. And you're
okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, I love this.
Okay.
Mad respect, Binasic. This is a solid draft.
Okay, you know, I'm pretty sure our co-casters on the other side on a different channel here is also going to be agreeing here. What is this game? Because this is not MPL. This is the creator games for the creators here, and they are playing it as if there's so many mind games involved. And I must say, this Akai pick is just respecting the fact that Tercemar, we know you're good. We're going to pick it away from you.
And you add on top of the Alice as another layer as well, so she can easily just dash away. So you can't exactly have an easy pin on an Akai.
I'm not going to lie.
Oh,
look at this. Just because they do not have 10-phase bans, they're using their picks as counter bans. And in this case, Tercemar picking Saber away from Binasic. The Alice pick is I would say in a response that the potential glue might be picked from Binasic. They're just setting up preparations for that in case they try to get a little bit cheeky here. So the biggest threat right now for Binasic is that they need to worry about this Harley and Saber, and they need something that kind of tanks their way through the initial burst. Initially, we saw Tercemar kind of had an idea. We used the high loss, which worked out in the stage game, but later stage game, it didn't exactly do too well.
Yeah, now we do see a lot of mobility coming in from both ends as well. So Kagura definitely is going to be one form factor for them to really go in to offer a little bit more burst damage and also to really connect them with the yin-yang overturn. So going towards the next phase of the band, we are going to see a little bit of a key difference to be brought out into the picture. So few more of the bands, and I'm actually kind of surprised that you don't really see some of all these picks coming out, which is like the no Hayabusa this time around. So you know,
smart.
As much as Yuri wants it, it is still going to be a little bit greedy.
Yeah, agreed. It feels like the Hayabusa ban is just because the fact that, like you said, the triple assassin coming from Tercemar, they have Saber, they have Harley. There's going to be a lot of split push potential. They would rather fight something else, but it seems like they're trying to set up for a Sylvana up on Yuri or maybe even a Ruby. But Tercemar, they say, not taking our chances. Painflix has not picked it yet. We are going to ban the Kaja first.
Yeah, Kaja probably is going to be a very big opening.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Though.
Okay, this is
it went all the way towards the second phase. I'm kind of surprised that this actually went
I'm
through.
surprised they picked it just because arguably it has some sort of catch potential, but it still doesn't stop the response of Saber. Maybe Jawhead does, but the Akai as a secondary defense, are we going back a little bit old school? 2 tanks? And Roger just chipping away. Are they going all in with this Roger?
Or a damage build Jawhead?
Oh, yeah, it could be possible.
I think this is more viable.
Wait a minute. Okay, I just have a really gut feeling that this might be a jungle Jawhead. Just because...
I think jungle Roger is still...
obviously it makes more sense, but it's just a weird feeling because Painflix has the tendency to play jungle and side lanes on top of that. And he's picked Xbox to do it as well. So Jawhead is a possibility to do that. But Atlas going to be bringing it over the table again. Tercemar going for the wombo combo, but this time Yi Shun-Sin for the vision game from Tercemar.
A lot of big brain drafts coming out there, and I am just really enjoying this because Sylvana is, you mentioned, is going to be that pocket pick that's going to be settling the scores. Now, let's talk through this, right? I'm going to take Binasic side for a little bit because I'm looking at this Jawhead. Who is he supposed to lock? Definitely the Yi Shun-Sin. But after that, who's going to be following up? Akai most likely so. But do they have enough of the damage? I believe Jawhead is the one that will need to really stack in some heavy hitting damage out there, or else you're putting too much reliance on the Roger as well as Kokoro.
Agreed, yeah. I'm looking forward to see how it goes here because this is going to be an interesting adjustment coming from Binasic. Is Yuri going to stick towards the tank Sylvana, or is she going to stick with the matron? This is going to be a very interesting match for you guys to watch. But now, a little bit of adjustments. Akai being picked here, going for a little bit of counter engagements, has been picked from Binasic. But Tercemar is pretty much in a situation where they can still go for this one-hit combo. But based on this draft, Tercemar looks very, very scary in this game number 3.
Yeah, I really do think that there is so much of that sort of trap potential, especially when Yi Shun-Sin actually goes in for some really hard-hitting moves, especially when he actually gets a few more kills in the bag, and then it's so hard to even stop the Yi Shun-Sin.
Yeah, I agree. And coming in this fight, it seems like the vision control coming from Tercemar, whether or not can they abuse it, is going to be the core component for this decided match. But ladies and gentlemen, here, this is Tercemar going up against Binasic, the decided match. Whoever wins this is going to advance into the grand finals to meet up against Pasti Tambay.
I felt that. I actually felt that. He survives, though. I mean, just a little bit more scratch could have actually taken him down as well. So, Binasic just want to put a little bit of statement out there that you just don't want to face off against Changu whenever he just shows up real strong. But then again, becomes a little bit of response, a little bit stun, landed nicely onto Tambay.
Agreed. It seems like both teams, going to go for the 50-50s. But speaking of that as well, bottom side, Alice is going to get dived on. Anagao will immediately get caught out in the open, so there's nothing much he could have done. So that's going to be an easy takedown coming from Binasic. That means they will take the lead with 30 Gaming going full on aggression. Therefore, Force is up, Hyper Buff is as well, but Yi Shun-Sin looking for the fight here, but Anapapa going for the setup, but very squishy here. 30 Gaming does have the mobility, and it seems like he has the tendency to get a little bit aggressive. And to my surprise, Tercemar, they don't exactly want to challenge him at all.
Yeah, you really thought that they will actually go ahead to do something. But now there's a lot of risk involved. Nobody really wants to drop this game right here, right now. Treat it as a best of one as you may. Well, Turtle has already spawned up. Immediately, you see 30 Gaming already working on it. But here comes the rest of the Tercemar. They're trying to actually go in for a challenge as well. Fall back, but Hana Beast, he does have the mark, and that's the snipe coming after with a 2-kill advantage. Tercemar will still look for members of the likes of Binasic as they will try to fall back. Anagao still needs to actually land a killing blow. And there you go. One more for the Alice, while 30 Gaming gives a little bit more chase. 3-3 in terms of scoreline.
Yeah, this is a pretty great comeback coming from Tercemar. They needed that kill on top of that. And to my surprise, Honda Base could have landed one of the sickest Hurricane Downs, but unfortunately, just did not have the levels. And in that sense, Binasic, they're going to lose out in that sense because 30 Gaming does have the upper hand in terms of this farm. But currently, Tercemar has some sort of way to deal with it here. The Mountain Shocker has been used as a follow-up measure rather than an invasive measure here. Anapapa with a big fatal link, catches on 2. And that's going to be a big one, but 30 Gaming tries to go for the iframes here. Unfortunately, not going to be enough here as the rest of the team is not going to be able to survive and save his life as Honda Beast still almost level 4. And if he had the Hurricane Dance, things would not have looked that way for Binasic. That means Tercemar abusing the fact, hey, no Hurricane Dance, that's opportunity. Meanwhile, Honda Beast Used up his 1,000-pounder. Before the setup, Mountain Sharker reveals the position, but from behind, Yuri actually getting scouted out means no follow-up setups coming in from Binasic. So that's going to be Tercemar disengaging from that fight very, very nicely.
I just really want to take the time to really shout out to Papa, because Ana Papa has been able to really come up with some really creative Fatal Links play, but this is where Pain is going to be chunked down all alone. Daily Match should be able to actually secure it for the Harley. Ana Pai trying to actually make a little bit of run. Meanwhile, Polis is just trying to actually buy a little bit more time. Does enough. You don't really have to go all the way in. What a flex though!
Chang'u has been flexing with his flame shot throughout the entirety of this series here, and even in the past 3 days, he's been performing really well on this mage role. However, Tercemar here, Clouded Destiny already up on Anagao, so it means Halis is gonna have his timer finally started here as he tries to farm up sub-stacks and economy. But looks like it's gonna be bait here. Anagao gonna go for the flex, trying to buy a little bit of time, but Anabai as well gonna be split off of the rest of the pack. So 30 Gaming looking for a little bit aggressive play, but Ana Pros from the side. Here comes iFrame coming in. Can he disengage? Yes, he will. Mountain Sharker has been exposed, reviews the position, knowing he's all by himself. Meanwhile, Anagao manages to disengage from this very, very aggressive play down bottom. So that's gonna be a big one here. But
boy!
Anabai, great game sense coming in. Ana Papa waste the 5. One more hit is gonna be enough. That's gonna be a little bit of trades here. Anabai going to go for a push on a beast. Does not have the HP, but 30 Gaming goes in for a push, and Tercemar will flush him off.
This is where it goes tit for tat yet again, both being tied up at 6 points apiece. But then again, there you go. First turret for the likes of Tercemar as they finally find a little bit of opening room. Meanwhile, in exchange, it's going to be the turtle here up for taking. Meanwhile, Bagas DC, where Claudia Price actually going for a little catch. Here comes a potential Fatal Links to actually pull them back. But Binasic have already secured it already. And here comes connection of the Fatal Links. Mountain Shotgun drops right in, killing spree for 30 Gaming.
Yeah, unfortunately, there is not going to be enough time for them to go in for the fallout, considering that Binasic had the upper hand in an earlier fight. Yuri getting extremely tanky in this fight. It is going to be a tank Sylvana, but unfortunately, Anagao will finish him off with that Pain Flicks. Going for the setup, hoping that Anagao goes for a little bit aggressive push. Unfortunately, not going to happen. Yuri already has the Oracle up, so that means she can soak up the full force of Harley's poker tricks. Ana Papa buying a little bit of time. He's gonna freeze the lane. Hopefully that Bagas gets enough farm, and that's gonna be a little bit of micro details coming from Tercemar.
Yeah, and now just trying to get a little bit more of that farm going on, and it's about 1,000 of difference between the two of them, or slightly less significant.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
Ooh,
dodge that bullet real quick. That's what you really want to see coming in towards some of all this mid lane scuffle. Meanwhile, on the side lanes, a little bit of juggle being done there. Anagao doesn't seem like he is going to be getting all too much going for them. Tries to pull it back, but then again, that's all that she wrote. So now more of these tankiness will come into effect for this Atlas so that he can survive after making a big play.
Yep. Mountain Shocker has been used here, not getting to get a little bit more utilities. Yuri trying to stall his fight with the Unfortrusted, but will eventually fall. 30 Gaming goes for the save. Anabai does not have an advantage, but what is the damage? 30 Gaming having the turtle buff. He's going to go ego challenge his fight, and he's going to be able to do that. Anapapa going for the run, but here comes Anapolus. But Hurricane does saves his life, and Anapolus, where are you running? What are you thinking? And that's going to be monster kill for 30 Gaming as Binasic completely steamrolled this first 8 minutes of the game, but it's not over yet. Pain Flicks looking for more, and here comes Claudia. Here comes the stun, but where's the follow-up? But Claudia needs to make a run for it. That's not a force, just having enough damage, and Claudia gets solo killed by Pain Flicks. This high and dry jaw hit. Oh my goodness.
Are we seeing this to be real? Because Binasic may just actually go right in towards the finals here. If they keep going at this sort of pace, there is still pretty much equivalent goal. Now that's going to be a little bit of difference after securing that turtle as well. 115 seconds is going to be that mark for us to see who gets the Lord. Oh, good stun. Tango goes in. Yeah, overturned. That's going to be the triple sweep. Enrich split. And with a little bit of a back and forth, this is a commitment.
I know, yes, Hurricane Nest who zoned them out, but the fatal link comes in, and Binasic, they fall for the trap, and Tercemar, they've done it here, and 30 Gaming finally trying to fight, Payflix buys the normal time, but here comes 30 Gaming, it's not over, they want to come in, Anapapa won't fall, but can they get a little bit more? No, they cannot. It's been 3-4 trees, and this fight has been phenomenal coming in, but 30 Gaming is still once more. Claudia doesn't have the buff, backs out, but a little bit of micro details comes in, and he's gonna steal off the jungle, but Anako, what are you doing? Doesn't have a purple buff, stun, doesn't connect, but that should be all in this next engagement.
Okay, let's reset this for a bit. Like, that was a big blow. Like, Changu shouldn't actually go in all alone, but he made a spectacular play all by himself on his Kagura. Now on a fight though, Deadly Magic!
The flame shot misses, but going to be enough damage as Anabai tries to buy for time, but he's in trouble. Anapapa going for a little bit of assist, throws him to slow, but connects with the yin over to Anabai. Can he suck to the right problem? Yes, he can. Misses the mark, but Honda Beast will preemptively use the Hurricane Dance. Catches one, looking for the second.
Push over top.
Go for a run. Ejector comes in. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do, and it's gonna be enough. But the top side, here comes the push from Tercemar. They will trade in for the tier 2.
So well calculated. It doesn't really matter. They're like, this Harley was just buying a lot of time. Now Binasic, it does have a punctured hole over the top side of the map. 16-11 right now. And this gold graph is just going to go back and forth, back and forth. It doesn't really matter because both sides are looking pretty dead even, but the exchange is looking pretty relatively well coming from Binasic. Here comes the Lord. Now, I don't know if this is just about the right time to actually call it on upon the Land of Dawn just about yet. But Anapapa, he's going to be looking for a catch, and he does spot them on. Looking for the actually, will get a lock on towards Changu.
From behind, Payflix! Payflix, he got a solo kill here. What a catch coming in. That means that's going to be the opening for Binasic, looking for the Lord, and Tercemar needs to back off. Anapapa.
And that's where Papa tries to actually scout out ahead. And instead, the dead members getting chunked up. But Binasic finds the kill on the Saber. Buggles DC just trying to move right in. But the rest of the members of the Tercemar, they're not really in the best position to actually respond. Hurricane Dance already being utilized. Meanwhile, he goes for 30 now gets busted down as well. Now he's going to buy a little bit more time. Payflix trying to re-engage. And yes, he does get the catch on top of the Atlas. Anna goes the and here goes Claudia
do the save, and it's not over yet. Binasic, you have to run for your life. As Anago made things happen, Claudia with the saves as Tercemar goes in for retaliation. They finally make a break with his middle tower, but the Lord is pushing from the top side. Binasic, they need to go and regroup with this, but Tercemar, they're just one step ahead. And this is a great tough one here. Anagao finally getting the tankiness that we expect out of him. He's got the anti-curious, but Hanabi is getting counted off, but look at this. The Hurricane Dance can go in the flame shot connects, but Claudia, needs to back out, so it's gonna be safe for now, but that was a close one.
It was so intense. Like, that fight lasted for quite some time, and all that they got out of it, of course, in exchange, a turret as compared to a Lord. While Binasic, now they're just on a very slight deficit at this point in time. You know, it doesn't really matter all too much. Once they hit level 15, that's where all the drama happens, and this is where a setup is made pull right in.
Anapapa getting caught out. He's going to get full Hurricane Dance, but he does have the immortality, but Hanabi is going to stick his way through, and that's going to be an easy takedown for Binasic.
Okay, really good catch overall, and I think that this is just a little bit of a honest mistake that he went in blindly without many of their members being all around. Now needing to actually let go of that tier 1, working on to tier 2 as well. Not enough minutes for them to actually do so. Tercemar needs to find a little bit more of a defense.
Yuri doing fantastic work here, chipping away the tier 2s, but can she disengage? No, she cannot, as they're going to be punished for that. But Binasic opens up the map for the top side, so they are going to try and trade a tier 2 up top. Hanabi's just showing his presence that he's trying to get a little bit more annoyance here. He's got to have the Hurricane Dance. Papa looking for the fatal link. Does he connect? Misses out the sidestep here. 30 Gaming is going to be
Hurricane Dance.
But the Hurricane Dance from behind catches on one. And that's going to be first aid thing now. The Yin over the connects. And that's going to be the follow-up coming from Binasic. They take down Bolos. They take down Baba. And that should be it. They've lost 2. Now Claudia all by himself. But they eject them forward. But Claudia sidesteps it in the end. But they are going to be tanking the turret. and that's gonna be tier 3 down.
It's hard.
Otherwise, wants to fight, and here comes Anago. Does not have the flicker, doesn't want to commit to this here. But Binasic will respect this and back out.
What a swing of momentum hitting it towards Binasic. Now there's going to be minutes all crossing over down the tier 2 over down bot. Not too much effort needed from inside of Tercemar. They've already got the waves all balanced out. So far, all working well for both ends, but then again, Binasic has already got that late game power spike that we've been waiting for. This Giant may not be, of course, having all the biggest of plays by this moment. Is all about getting the perfect ejector on the right target. So Papa, he's been trying to make plays, but he couldn't really see the right target. Blade of Despair now in the hands of 30 Gaming. This is going to be making him hit even harder. His 10-3 at the moment. Now going for the charge.
Oh, here comes the charge. Changu gets it on the Claudia. Claudia is going to back off, but Changu will miss the mark. Instantly goes for the punish, but the triple sweep connects as well. But guess what? Ana goes there. It's going to fall warm, and Ana Bike will finish him off. As the rest of the team coming for it. Is coming. Ana Papa looking for bench, but 30 Gaming cuts through the backlines, takes them down, and he'll pay the price. He shuts down the Harley, but Yishun Zin is still alive. Yuri needs to disengage.
Oh, no.
This is going to shut them out, but they want to give him chase. They want to go on. Yuri will get caught out. Hurricane that's a little bit too late to isolate the fight, and he's going to get caught out as well, and that's going to be him out of the picture as they lose 4 as Tercemar comes back with the Lord as well.
There is still a chance. Changu is going to be respawning. They do have about, what, 20 seconds on the clock. No minutes left available. Unfortunate for the side of Tercemar. All they can get is this Lord, but the Lord is honestly good enough. So now, going back in towards the drawing bot, let's, of course, take this a little bit of a notch down forward, because Tercemar, they need to make good use of what they have at the moment. After, with those massive picks that went on, finally, things are going back on track.
Oh, they've got the perfect setup coming in from Binasic, but at the same time, one small blunder was cost them here. A little bit of over-aggression coming from 30 Gaming cost them that fight, but it's not over yet, okay? But fortunately for them, the top side is pretty much pushed up to the top. That means Tercemar will have a relatively long time to push up a lot, and it's going to be pushing on towards the hardest lane coming from Tercemar. Meanwhile, Binasic, can they get in a little bit of a capitalization? Panflix doesn't have the itemization it needs. Goes for a little bit defensive item, but a little bit too defensive. Having Winter Trinket as well as the Immortality coming in for Panflix.
Well, just making sure that they make no mistakes after all. Members of the side of Binasic, they cannot even march out of the base. And this is a smart move coming from Tercemar, because they are trying to make sure that they come in with a setup. Anybody that moves right by into those bushes will be punished. Whoa, good flame shot coming in. Polos will have to take the short end of the stick on that one. He will not falter though, so it's still going to be just about all right. Yep. Now, Binasic, let's see how they respond right here.
Yep, Tercemar, they're freezing the lane. They're syncing up all 3 on the sides as well. Honab is trying to delay the Lord. The Luminous Lord is going to take a huge chunk on this tier 3. Means the middle tier 2 is going to go out. But guess what? Painflix get caught out. He does have the Winter Trunk in here. He's going to buy a little bit more time. Can he flicker out there? No, he will not. But the Mountain Sugar is there. Honab is with the Fatal, the Hurricane Dance is going to buy a little more time. But Fatal Links is coming in, but no one is dying. Honab will finally pay our price. But 30 Gaming getting chased in. But the side steps coming in from Anago will force him to go in for the restart. That means Tercemar is going to take a tier 3, but can they defend against this? Yuri is there. But Tercemar, they've got the defensive items. Anago is going to chip away, and all the tier 3s.
More minutes to come.
But 4 minutes on the sky. But the Lord is coming in. Anago is going to soak his way through. They have the defense, but Anago going for the catch.
Oh!
Game on to Yuri. It's going to take down Roger. This might be it. They've lost all through. Godlike for Claudia, and double kills for Anabai. And that must be it. Binasic, they've lost all 5. The minutes are here, and Tercemar, they've done it. They've shut down Binasic, and they will stop the journey of Binasic.
Probably the best game that we have seen so far. It went all too close until the very final Lord has arrived, and Tercemar has been able to really pull through. And now, this is going to be the epic rematch, and unfortunately, Binasic, they're